Hello, friends. Shannon here with Fit for Profit, and I'm coming with you today with a little bit different topic. I want to dive into the mindset behind some of your money making capabilities. It's been something that I've been really fascinated by, and we haven't talked about a lot about it, but I am ready to share some of what I'm learning alongside with you. So, Albert Einstein once said that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. And I want to change that just a little bit and say, well, we cannot solve our problems with the same emotions that we used when we created them. And here's why I think that's really important because really, whether you know this or not, when our emotions are high, our cognition is low, our thinking is low. So it doesn't matter what thinking we use. If our emotions were high, we probably just didn't have any thinking behind it. So, one of the very first things to be aware of when you're making money decisions is what are your emotions like? Do you have, are you emotionally charged? Do you have high emotions going? And the fact of the matter is, a lot of times when we're making money decisions, we do have intense emotions associated with that. A lot of those emotions come from experiences we don't even remember. They are early experiences that we had growing up around money. A lot of them happened before the age of 6. But our subconscious before that age is so wide open. It's such a sponge that those ideas, those experiences, those perspectives live in our subconscious for a long time. The good news is if you start to become aware of what those emotions are when you're dealing with money now, you're aware of how your body is feeling, what emotions are going on, you can start to reframe those emotions, reframe those experiences, because it's not the experience itself that gives us those emotions. It's our perspective of that experience. So this is why I think it's so fascinating when two siblings are raised in the exact same house with the exact same parents for their entire lives, right? There's no difference. They have the same experiences, but their perspective, their understanding, their memories of those experiences are very different. And that is what shapes the rest of their lives. Not just money, but everything, right? And so it's important to become aware of what are those emotions, what perspective, what experience gave you those emotions associated now with money or a whole host of other things, and try to reframe that and realize that that was an experience, that was a perspective, but it doesn't have to be your truth going forward. And for me, that has been one of the most freeing experiences. That, yes, my growing up experiences around money involved a lot of arguing. My parents argued. That's what I remember. My parents arguing about money. And therefore, I was afraid to ask for them to spend more money on me. And now I have this same fear around money that there won't be enough. And I don't have this anymore. I've done a lot of work to get through that, but it leads to that scarcity mindset, right? And so I actually have talked to my sisters about that, and they actually don't remember that from growing up. So they have other memories and other perspectives, but they don't have that still influences their money beliefs. And I had to reframe that. That was my parents' experience, but it doesn't have to be mine. And it took a lot of talking through that. First thing is to recognize it, and then to actually be able to talk through it and let it go, let it flow through your body. Because there was also a lot of shame attached to that in the business world, especially. I hear a lot of people, oh, that's a scarcity mindset. You shouldn't have fear around money, da da da. But I do. What do I do with that? Well, it was stuck in my body because I wasn't willing to share that. And then I found some people that I could share that with. And now I'm sharing it with whoever happens to be watching this Facebook video. So it's out there for the world. I'm now confident and I don't have that stuck in me, and it has moved on, and I'm able to move on to the next thing that is affecting my money mindset. So I would invite you, if you don't have somewhere to share those things to get through the shame and guilt that we often have around those emotions even, book a call with one of our coaches. You can do that at the link that just popped up on the video, fitforprofit.com/Facebook-connect. And we would be happy to talk to you about not only how we can give you a practical system to deal with your money, but how we can also be a safe place for you to work through some of the emotions that maybe a practical system isn't even going to be enough. Because I was operating profit first in my business for several years before I figured out that I also had to address the mind stuff, the mind crap, the emotion stuff. So first step, become aware of what those emotions are. If you can reframe them on your own, great. If you can talk to somebody, great. And if you don't, like I said, I'll put that link in there again, fitforprofit.com/Facebook-connect. Hope this was helpful and look forward to seeing you back here again next week.